What's up everybody? Today in this video we're going to be talking about 3 things that you can do that will dramatically help your marketing campaigns to be successful. And what I'm talking about is planning. Now planning is something that people fail to do most often because they're so excited to get out and start creating ads. But without the proper planning, you're really setting yourself up for failure. So I'm going to talk about 3 things that you need to do so that your ads have a way better shot of being successful. So planning doesn't really sound that fun, unless you are a planner personality type. And a lot of business owners that I know and work with are not necessarily planners. They're excited to get their offer out there, they're excited to go and sell their product. But the truth is that if you do not plan and you do not understand exactly what you're going to be doing in your ad sets, you're going to have a hard time. So using these 3 specific strategies for your ad campaigns is really, really important because it allows you to have a far better shot of being successful. So even if you do all of this planning, there's still no guarantee that your ads are going to be ROI positive. Hopefully they will be, and hopefully you can get them to that point. But without this planning, it's a lot more difficult. And not only that, if you don't plan properly, you're usually not able to understand why ads work as well. So this is really, really important, and it's going to be something that I think will really help you if you're running ads on any ad platforms. It doesn't matter if you're doing Facebook ads or Google ads or whatever kind of ads you're doing. I think it's going to be really, really helpful. So the first thing that I think that you should really focus on, number 1, is who is the ad for and what is your customer avatar. So understanding your customer is extremely important, and it helps you to not only create ads that speak to that customer, but it allows you to create offers that speak to the customer and really understand where they're coming from. So when I create customer avatars, I really like to think about several things. And so this is, I think, 100% the most important part of, one of the most important parts. They're all the most important part, but this is one of the most important parts of digital marketing, is understanding who your customer is, what kind of language they use, what kind of images they're going to respond to. I'll give you a few examples of things that I do as a digital marketer that really, really help me to connect better with audiences. So since I run a digital marketing agency, my customer is small business owners and things, but I'm running ads and campaigns for all kinds of small businesses. And as a result, usually I don't know the customer as well as the owner of the business or the salespeople or the customer service people. And so as a result, I really like to talk to these people before I even start running campaigns. And so some of the things that I ask these different people are, let's think about your best customers. And when I'm creating a customer avatar, I really like to be targeting the best of the best. Because if you're going to be spending money to attract customers, you want to make sure that you're going to be enjoying working with these people, that they're going to be the right everything for you. They're going to get along with you personality-wise, and it's going to hopefully help you to enjoy your business a lot more. So with like the customer avatar that we develop, typically I will even name the customer avatar because I want to reference this person when I'm thinking about the work and thinking about what kind of an ad I'm going to write and the creative and what's it going to look like and what they're going to respond to. So I like to know what their name is, what their age is, where they live, what's their income, what's their education, what kind of things do they like to do on the weekends. Do they have a family? Do they not have a family? Do they like to travel? Where do they like to go? Just getting really in-depth about the customer profile that is your ideal customer. Some of the most important things, I think, when you're generating a customer avatar is what are their biggest pain points? And how can you solve those pain points? So, it might be things like, let's say you are selling a dental service, for example, and you're a dentist. And you might say, well, they want to come to my dental office because they need their teeth cleaned. And that's totally true. But what if they are just a successful professional and they are super busy with their jobs during the week? And so one of their main pain points is that they just don't have enough time to come to the dentist. And so maybe they're willing to pay more because they will be seen right away. They don't have to wait in the waiting room forever, and they don't have to wait once they get into the room for the dentist to come. It's a really quick and painless process. They know that when they show up there and they have an appointment, they're not going to have to wait. It's not going to waste their time. And for that reason, it's really valuable. And so understanding those kind of pain points really help you to determine what kind of an ad you should write and how to best connect with your potential customers. I think that that's one thing that people often forget to think about. What is their biggest pain points? And then once you have that kind of figured out, Also, who are those people listening to? Who are sources of credibility that they already have established, and what kind of things are they talking about? What kind of things do they care about? What are their values and beliefs? And then how can you really tap into all of those things to make your ads a lot more effective and really connect with your perfect demographic of client? So the second thing in planning that people often fail to do is setting up all of your tracking and analytics. And this also is the most important thing. So we had most important thing of client avatar and understanding and identifying your client. The next most important thing in planning is analytics, because if you're not able to track at every stage of the funnel, for example, if you're not able to know for sure that your conversion rates or your opt-in rates, you're not able to understand what your cost per lead is, at the end of the day, the campaign, even if you run it successfully, you're not going to understand why it was successful, which parts were successful, which were your successful segments, and you're not going to be able to know that it was successful. But the good thing is that even if it works and you're not tracking it, you're not losing money at least. But if it loses money, you're not going to be able to learn from it, right? So so many times I hear people say, well, Facebook just doesn't work for me. It's not providing ROI. And they can't tell me why that is. They just know that it's not working. And so as a result, they're not able to learn and grow their business with digital marketing. So if you're looking to grow your business with digital marketing, you really need to be tracking all of your campaigns at every stage of the funnel. That way you can know which kind of levers you're going to be able to pull. And even when things are working out well, stuff is changing all the time. And so things are changing, and it's only going to get more and more difficult as time goes on. So having all of the data that you can use to know which segments are the best, which ones typically respond to certain offers, and just understanding what your typical costs and baselines are, so that if you did ever start to slow down, for example, you could add more ad budget and you would know what you could expect in new customers and clients and lead flow. So having all of that set up, not only having the analytics set up, but also having your pixels set up so that you can optimize for conversion events. Also optimizing for retargeting. People don't necessarily buy right now, but maybe they're going to buy in a little bit. So retargeting is definitely important, and pixels do that. So making sure that you have everything set up. Now, the solution that I like to use is I like to make sure that if I'm using AdWords, I'm doing AdWords conversion tracking natively, so not just relying on Google Analytics. I also have conversion goals set up inside of Google Analytics, and then Facebook pixels and Facebook conversion pixels. And using standard conversion events are my favorite, just because you're able to optimize your campaigns a lot faster, in my experience. So having the proper analytics, the proper tracking, and the proper pixels is going to be able to let you decide, is this campaign being successful or not? What is my cost per action that I'm looking to achieve? And did it work? I think that's the most important thing. Did your campaign actually work? So that kind of planning needs to be set up before you hit the run button. Then the last thing that I think you need to plan for is, what does the before and the after look like for your customer or client? And so really understanding, going back to that avatar, and understanding what is going to make this offer actually work well so that your customers are improved. A lot of times, people that I work with, they continue to talk about their product, why their product is so important, what makes their product interesting, and that is important to understand all of those things. But at the end of the day, people don't do things because your product is the coolest, unless they're an early adopter like person and they're trying to buy that kind of status or something. But really, they want their problem solved. And so really understanding, what does this offer do emotionally for my clients or customers? What does it do for them, like physically? What is the actual thing that happens? And selling on those pain points and problems. One of the clients that I have, we did a campaign, and I think it was great. The industry that was in is a largely female-dominated industry, and it's getting more so that way. And a lot of these professionals are women who have kids, and they're just working themselves to the bone. And so talking about the solution, like, hey, this solution makes your life easier at work and all of these things, that was good to talk about too. But the campaign that really, really worked for them was, hey, you're missing out on really valuable family time with paperwork. Shouldn't you be focusing on what really matters? Not only will it help you, and then we listed all the benefits, but it also lets you enjoy family time. And that it worked so well. It really tapped into the frustration that they were feeling. And At the end of the day, that's what you're going for. What is the emotion that you can get to? Because people make buying decisions typically with emotion, and they justify it with logic, right? So I think that's a perfect example. When you have somebody that you can talk about the regret and the remorse that they're already feeling inside, you tap into that and you give them a way to fix that problem. It's so much more powerful than just, hey, our software does X, Y, and Z better. It'll make you money, right? All of that is great to know, and that's the logic that will justify that emotional decision. But the emotion is so much stronger and so much more important. Hey, so I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like digital marketing, I make digital marketing videos once a day, and I release them on this channel. I also do vlogging. I'm working on Premiere Pro, and it's really hard to edit on, so I used to be doing daily vlogs. I'm working to get my vlogs out more frequently. But I talk about building my digital marketing agency. So if you like digital marketing, this is a great place for you to hang out at. Be sure to give this video a like, give me a comment, and let me know what you do in digital marketing. I'm always happy to help. If you ever have any questions or comments, need help with anything, please don't hesitate to reach out. So I will see you on the next video. Have a great day.